Okay, so this time we're going to have the threat in the same lead. So he has the left leg lead. We have the left leg lead. He's going to carry the knife in the rear hand. Okay, so this is very similar to the first one in that it's going to be, we're going to be flanking. What did I just say? Let me not say it again. Let's start that again. Okay, so take two. All right, so number three scenario. The threat has the same side lead, so he's going to have a left leg lead, we're going to have a left leg lead, and he's going to carry the knife in the rear hand, so he's going to have the knife in the right hand, okay? Now this is a, the problem here again is that empty hand is between us and his knife. This means, again, he can try to obstruct our attempts to neutralize a weapon, and we'll be right where he wants us to be when he brings the knife into the fight. Our advantage will come from our ability, again, to outmaneuver the threat and to use his empty hand as a shield from the knife. So we're kind of like the situation we just did, but we're just going to be, everything's on the opposite side. So before, the lead hand was to the, where was the lead hand? The lead hand was to the left of us. Now that empty lead hand is to the right of us. So again, we're going to go around that empty lead hand. So now we're going to have to go to the other direction. So this is why you need to do this stuff in advance, so that when you see this, you know this is where I'm going. This is his weak point. You know. So again, we're going to use his empty hand to shield us from the knife. In this situation, we are less likely to be damaged by the knife because we're going to use a step through towards the flank of his empty hand to gain space more quickly. Again, but it will be harder to neutralize his ability to continue to deploy the knife as we take a second step, which will then expose our flank or rear as we run past this guy. Now again, if we don't want to run past this guy, well then we're just going to pivot in place after we take that first step through, and we're going to bring our fighting center onto the center line. At this point, we have to be very careful to have control of this guy so that he can't turn towards us. So we'll look at that a couple different ways: striking, staying on this guy, and then also just running away. And let's see. Again, just using our two hands against his one hand, and hoping that he's not quick enough to bring that knife onto us. You saw that there were some instances where the guy was able to bring the knife onto us. Again, we're in a trolling situation here. We know where the guy is going. We know he's not going to shove fingers into our eyes. We know he's going to move. That's what we know as a bad guy. So it makes it very easy for us to troll this guy and to get a cut. Where we were getting cut when we got cut, I think you were the same place. Yeah. You would get cut on this side of the forearm. Again, not a great place to get cut if you are in the if you plan on deploying a firearm after this situation. When you move away from this guy, because you're just not fast enough. You're not going to be able to outrun this guy in a race, even with adrenaline coursing through your veins. You need to get to your weapon, which at this point would be your backup weapon, to your hands. Okay, and I have had huge arguments about this online about what a backup weapon is. A backup weapon is the weapon you're going to go to after you use your first set of weapons. Right. So if you use your hands to initially defend this guy, you are going to your backup weapon when you go to your handgun. There's no arguments about it, okay? You can tell me, no, my gun is my primary weapon. That's my go-to weapon. Well, then why didn't you fucking just stand there and draw your weapon while he pulled the knife? Have that race, okay? Now the 21-foot guy, the bug-out guy, whatever the fuck his name is going to laugh at you. Ha ha ha, I told you, I told you, I told you. Now, if you are a kind of person that wants to get laughed at by a loser, like the bug-out guy and his Filipina instructor who has led this guy down a road of freaking fantasy, that's your choice. Hi, bug-out guy. So anyways, that's your choice. But I'm trying to teach you the realities of life, young man. And the weapon you use first is your primary, okay? And a lot of times, it's not your handgun, it's not your knife in these extreme close quarter situations. It's just the way it is. You can make room, and then you can pull your backup weapon, which would be your gun in that situation. The primary is your go-to. What's the first thing I'm going to go to, okay? That's all there is to it. In most cases, the misconception is that your handgun is your primary. It is not your primary. Your hand-to-hand is your primary. That being said, I do teach a handgun lesson first because it requires the least amount of skill to be lethal. Okay, so you're going to be a left lead, and I shoot the back end. Okay, so here's our situation here. All of a sudden this knife pops out. So what am I going to do? What I'm going to do is I'm just going to switch my hands. Remember before? Turn the other way and put the knife in this hand. So before, this one kind of distracted him, and this one came on here to control. Okay? Now switch. Now what's going to happen? It's a zone 1, right? Except I'm stepping through here, and I'm catching here. Now, you'll notice when I'm doing this, I'm not just laying my hand on him. I'm starting my check. That's my check, okay? I'm going to lay hands on this guy, okay? You want to immediately let this guy know there's 2 of us here, and only one of us is the man. The other one is the bitch. As the old joke says, come here and suck your wife's dick, okay? We're not going to suck our wife's dick. We're the man, and we only have sex with women. Again, I'm just talking crazy, you know. I don't really mean anything against anybody whose sexual preferences are different. Just talking about old school. I'm an old school guy. That's my excuse there. I'm old school.
Yeah.
I mean, if you...
don't even get into it.
Well, no, I'm just saying, if you're gay, I ain't got no problems with you. Do your thing, okay? But I'm just talking shit, joking around. So don't start with the whole shit, okay? First off, I'm not going to approve your comment. So, I mean, if you want to leave me a comment, you're commenting to somebody who, you're preaching to the choir, okay? I accept alternative lifestyles. I just like to talk shit because, I'm old school. That wasn't too bad. But that's how I really feel. Okay. So again, here we are here. This guy's got this stuff up. Boom, the knife appears. I just step out here. Boom, I'm taking this. And I'm immediately starting my check. Now, can I run into this guy? Boom, and hit him for a bigger check? Yeah. Can I just turn into him and push him off? That's a pretty big check too. And look at that space I got now. Now I've got, again, that 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 feet of space where I have room to think about other things, like fleeing.
You didn't even finish your step.
Didn't even finish step. Okay, so now again, I can come here, and I can come here, and I can pull him into me. Now I've got him into me. Now that's my problem. That's my big problem. So now he brings this at me. Well, now I'm just going to switch off here. Now I'm going to come over here. Now I got this trapped here. Now I can go to work on this guy again. Can I shoot him once here, and then pull him back here? Sure I can. There's a lot of stuff I can do at that point. Again, we're not going to do it here because we don't have the pads. Scotty hasn't gone through a course in Okimi. Is that what it is? I forget my Japanese words. He hadn't been through a course on how to fall.
I did a quick little...
You did like 2 falls, right?
I hurt myself.
You hurt yourself, haven't you? Okay, so anyways. So that's it. So let's go look at it over here. Actually, it took me like a week for my shoulder to get right. I landed wrong a couple times on my front falls. Kemi is Zigari and Stem.
You want me to stand over there so we can go through?
Me, come over here a little bit. Oh yeah, because it's
You're right through the floor.
Okay, so come a little closer. Maybe so have the hand up, you're talking. Okay, so he's got the hand up talking to me. It's painfully freaking something. Now try to actually put the knife on.
Watch me mess it up.
You're going to try to put the knife on first. That's a pretty good push because you might have gotten it. Hey, man. I know I had you, but I got a late start of the night. That's a good part of the body. Hey!
Check out my muscles.
What I need you to do, I need you to give me the money on one spot.
That's really easy to say.
Yeah. Make sure you drop center so that you use your gravity. Okay, so I know you don't have a watch, but I still need it. Do the microphone, Mason. That's nice. When you're not trolling this guy, and you're trying to focus on what you're saying, it makes it very hard to hit the knife. That's how you push the knife, you hit here. And you push the hand, hit the knife, hand here. So, do a fucking punch.
Going right for that elbow.
And, that's right. It has to be you. That's the thing. Okay, so here we go. We'll get up and down one shot, right? Give me the fucking money. I need all the fucking money. You could have slapped me right away.
I'm going to it. Twist so hard.
All right.
When I went around.
Just by the slap. This is fucking hard. Hard to get to the guy.
That's this step there is so much easier than
Doesn't cover so much room. That's what it is. Covers a lot more.
just trying to go this way.
Yeah. And I'd like to get some money. I'm unable to fucking get a hold of it. Give me the fucking money. Well, let's see. Fuck around. So you got one. And give me the money, motherfucker. So again, the only chance I ever have of touching him is really when I'm trolling him. I know where he's going to be, I know where he's moving, and I'm trying to get him right away. It's only the chance. I mean, do the drill, you'll see it if you're qualified.